Good afternoon, guys. How's it going? I'm back streaming today. Apologies, I wasn't around yesterday, but I was taking a day. Went down to the beach, making the most of the nice weather we're having here in the UK, which was really nice. Apart from getting my back absolutely burnt to a crisp, which I'm suffering for a little bit today. But it was nice to have a day out of the studio and get some fresh air. And we actually picked up a red kite bird that was looking a little bit worse for wear on the side of on the hard shoulder on the motorway. So we drove for about an hour around the motorway with my 2-year-old son in the back and my wife in the passenger seat holding a 2-meter wingspan red kite bird. Managed to get it to a vet. So hopefully the red kite's doing all right. Anyway, yeah, so it's going to be a short-ish live stream today because I've got a huge amount of my freelance video tuition work at the moment. So I'm doing some Logic videos, which I really need to make some serious headway on. So yes, it's going to be a little bit of a shorter one today, and it's going to be a little bit similar to what I did on Tuesday. In that I've actually done an idea generation session this morning as well on my iPhone. I'm getting really into GarageBand on my iPhone. It's great for still making music when you're at a time where you've got other priorities or life's getting in the way, or if you've got a day job's getting in the way. Get the GarageBand on the iPhone, because if you organize yourself and you have like sample packs or stems for stuff that you've made or whatever, if you organize it ahead of time, then that half an hour journey to work or whatever, you could be sitting coming up with ideas is seriously good fun. And it syncs with Logic, so it's just it's really, really, really cool. So I've had one of those sessions today, and the other session today is going to be another one of the Mike Monday Leap sessions. So the Leap is a course I'm doing with Mike Monday. If you don't know Mike Monday stuff, go and check it out. And so basically, last week I did some of these sessions I recorded. Last week I did these new ideas and a few others on top as well. Excuse me. Sort by who's first. So yeah, a lot of these ideas are ones that I came up with last week. And then he has different things you can try in order to develop the idea and move it forward. So the idea is you're kind of getting through this machine, and at the final end of the machine, the music gets released. So these are my new ideas to work with. And the first exercise that he gives us is to basically come up with contrast in the tracks. And he has a different ways of doing this basically. And one of the ways you can do that is to try and work out what the track is like, what the track's like, and then try and find opposite words to describe that track, and then translate them to be opposite parts. And it's really interesting to do and quite good fun. And sometimes you come up with stuff which is really cool. And the idea is that music is supposed to transport us to move us, to be emotive. And I think, the idea is to have parts which are complementary, but quite different as well. Means that you have moments in the track where you really are taken from one state into another, which I think is powerful in music. And that's what Mike Monday believes, and that's why he kind of does this. So the track is here. Let me just turn down the speakers here. So this was just one session. So I did this on the 22nd of June. No, I didn't. I think that's, I had to re-add it. So I did it at some point last week. So it was probably about an hour and a half session. I don't think I filmed this one. And I was really vibing it towards the end. It was a good session because I felt like I had a decent track idea. So let me give you a blast. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I'm trying to practice the percussion, so any opportunity to do that, I'm taking it at the moment. So that's what I came up with in the session. This is not the right project. Let me find the right project. So yeah, I'm gonna come up with, or attempt to come up with, an alternative section. Now, something I really want to do, but I'm not sure if it will work. Let's see. So far, so good. So this is something I used to use all the time when I first started Get to Know. So when I was doing Runaway Remix and those kind of tracks, I use this plugin to plug in this program a lot. It's just mental. It's Pulse Stretch. I'm not sure if it was going to work on this OS, but it looks like it might do. So maybe I'll be able to do that. Okay, so what have I got with my ideas to try? I might leave Pulse Stretch because it may take a little bit longer than I wanted to, but we'll see how we get on. So so this is what I put down. So I put it's broken and choppy. So the opposite would be legato or smooth. What makes it broken and choppy is the break, the vintage kind of break. I said it was kind of nostalgic and uplifting. I put present day was the opposite, nostalgic, depressing. But the style was kind of breaksy, kind of house. So halftime trip hop, I said, would be kind of the opposite in terms of groove, I guess. Groovy, and the opposite of that would be straight. And then I said light blue, and the opposite was dark blue. So I could try out a few of these actually. So let's say, okay, so let's copy this section. Is that everything? Looks like it. And let's take it over here. I'm not sure what's going on in this. This looks like a breakdown here. So I don't think I got this far. Yeah, so this looks like it's kind of, I don't know what this stuff is that's here. So we'll just copy that out of the way. I'm not sure if there's anything that needs to be taken from there. So do we have a kind of breakdown? Where's the kick? Kick's there. So let's take the drums out. Where's that hat? We've got a rogue hat. A couple of rogue hats. There he is. So this opposite kind of experiment, well, I haven't switched off the loop, is going to be the straightness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy across just the kick, and we're going to have just the kick and the bass. So that's going to be like my straight portion. So whereas everything else is quite groovy with those vintage loops, the bass is going to come in, and that's going to be a bit more straight. I was just checking I was getting the right sound there. Now where is the bass? Yeah. It should be here. Okay, done. On track. Okay, so what's it like if we have just a vocal? The vocal gone. So maybe the vocals here. No. This is quite confusing. Okay, this is great because I've managed to get Avox. I love the sound of Avox, but I've been really struggling to get it to fit in a track. So I'm glad that I've got it to work on this one. Yeah, I think that kind of works. Let me see if I can just copy this down to get that to have the delay. Okay, so I just want to try this. So what's it like if we put on a live bass? Now, this is something I could play myself, but I want to try it with the plugin first and see what's what. Because it kind of exposes the slightly, so it sounds a bit twee, the bass line on its own. I could try a way around that. You've got to be careful with the velocities here. So it's bus 15. Yeah, okay, so we'll put it through the same channel as the other bass. So that's another thing, is that like people always add things all the time to the track, but sometimes just changing the sound, something playing, can be like a really powerful way of making it more exciting. I'm going to make a new drummer track, percussion. I'm just going to try out Isabella, and see about maybe having I did say straight, didn't I? So my plan was to have like a little bit of a delayed kind of a delayed kind of vibe, so it's a bit more atmosphere. So that's not too bad. Go back down. I actually quite like that, just stopping there. Maybe it could kind of go, it could and then come back in like that. Let's try to find that drop section again. But yeah, so what's that answering in terms of the oppositeness? It's supposed to not sound groovy, I guess. It's be much more straight. That was the idea behind it. Can I do this? Yeah, I'll do split by locators, split, delete, copy this across. It's the wrong track. Okay, so what's it like if I do something like this? Got a crash here. I've got this like muted guitar kind of patch which I made using the arpeggiator and some various other different things, well, transposer, which I think was pretty cool. So maybe there's something we could do with that. Maybe we could make that really straight. Might be cool as well. So I think that bass on its own isn't really working, I don't think. But why is that a funny length? Just is a funny length. All right, we'll just go with that. Let's try that. So yes, I could get Chris, my bass player friend, to play this, or it's a little bit exposed. It doesn't sound too good. Maybe we need another I Miss You as well. Another one here too. So I'm aware of the fact that bass doesn't sound good, but it's more the idea which I'm looking at. Where's that? Oh, maybe I didn't automate in the percussion. Sorry, I was just checking the stream's working. I keep some breaking up like that. I wonder what it's like if we take away one of these. Just before I go any further, I want to say big hello to Tuco, who's tuning in. How you going, man? Hope you're good. I wonder what it's like if I take one of these away. Or maybe add it in later. Maybe this one. Sorry guys. I'm seriously twisted up. Okay. So yeah. Again, even between this section here, I'm trying to create a bit of contrast, so that's going to drop in a little bit later. Okay, so I think that's working. There's another thing I want to try. So that was my groovy to straight. Now I want to try breaks house to halftime trip hop. Something I thought about maybe trying on here would be quite cool. Might be terrible, but let's see. So I have kind of a vintage break kind of. Is it here? It's a bit too loud. Yeah, this one. So what I want to try was like old school 90s kind of trip hopifying it, if that is a word. I'm not sure the best way of doing this. I think if I put it on, let's try it on speed and see what happens. So if I stretch this out, not like that, so like this. I want to make it double the time. See, and sorry, half the time. That's very much like 90s trip hop kind of vibe. Now we've got this live drum loop in here. I might just take that off. Or maybe it can come in. Let's leave it there for a second. Yeah, I'm not sure what I think about that. What's it like on Temperphone? I can't remember what the difference between these two is actually. Okay, so yeah. What's it like on Silence? I wonder what it's like if we actually take out some of these other things here. trying to make the gaps a little bit filled a bit more. I actually think that kind of works, and in a weird way. I think the track is nostalgic and uplifting. Not necessarily that section, but that feels nostalgic and uplifting, and it feels like the vocal hook of "I Miss You" is like someone, your partner or whatever, is away, and you know you're going to see them again, and it's a nice feeling of missing someone and being in that kind of place, and in some ways this feels more like you've lost someone, or I don't know. It definitely feels more depressing having that that beat in there. Okay, so let me just see if there's something else we could lose from here. So these chords make it feel more serious, so I'll leave them in. They're more nostalgic. Don't want that now. I wouldn't. There's like a little vocal that comes in here. Really find that little bass part kind of grates a little bit. Now, something else I want to try is, so the beach effects are very nostalgic sounding again. Well, not nostalgic, but they're kind of like it's a positive association. It's the beach. I was on the beach yesterday. It's relaxing. So I wonder if there's any like more like city kind of vibe. Like more, like feeling lonely or missing someone amongst lots of people. That kind of feeling. You can feel like in a city. This is going to be interesting. City. City effects, maybe. Sure, Logic used to have Apple loops that covered this kind of thing, but okay, let's city effects. Sounds. I'm really surprised about that. Okay, let me try this. So I don't know if you guys know the website of freesound.org, but it's what I've used for a long time to get sound effects like this. I'm really surprised. I'm sure on my hard drive somewhere I've got some sound effects. Maybe it's actually in here because it would be quicker to do it that way. What am I looking for? Sample library. Real world sound effects. Sound effects library. Machine modern planes, rifle, sirens, space, tanks. Warped world. No, I don't want sci-fi effects, and maybe I don't. Okay, so I'm just going to log in to this Freesound website. I'm going to dump my chewing gum and have a swig of tea, which is going to send me over the edge in terms of heat. City, inner city, maybe. Now, ideally, I do have a field recorder, but I think even the iPhone microphone's good enough. It'd be cool to record these kind of sounds. Myself would be good. Helsinki, maybe. Oh, that's not playing. Don't think it likes it because I'm streaming at the same time. It's winter in Helsinki. Have you ever wondered what winter in Helsinki sounds like? Okay, so I'm just going to download this because I don't know why it's not working, and I don't want to have to wait. Okay, there's obviously something going on with the internet. It's probably because I'm streaming, and maybe there's someone else on the network doing something. But it's quicking up a little bit. Okay. Well, in the meantime, I'm going to try copying the beach effects over to the section where the kick drum comes in with the other stuff. kind of want something to get to go away there rather than start. I wonder if I could add a little shaker and then take it away. I do like that in tracks where normally you'd add things in at that point. By taking things away, it kind of is it feels really unexpected when you do that. So I should have shakers here. Good. That's me playing the shaker. Let's use me. And let's see what this sounds like. Shouldn't come in till here. And let's try taking it away there. That's cool. And we just go back and see if this is now no, it looks like it's still being pretty slow. So let's go to downloads. Sounds of Helsinki. I don't really want all those the dog noises, but let's just chuck it in. Maybe I should put in London or something a bit more well, something which is I've got more association with. Oh, kind of nice. I actually just want to try reversing these and see what that gives us. But I just want to make it kind of weirder. Or maybe this one not reversed. Maybe maybe these guys could go down an octave. Maybe not. Maybe they could be filtered or something. Yeah, I think that kind of works, it being filtered actually. if we tried something like this? Okay, so I'm just going to try duplicating this vocal part. Just mute this bit. Just trying to work out what the chords are there. B minor 7, C major 7. So I wonder what it's like if I kind of mimic that with the sample. Ah! I hope it's on the right track. Let's let this take echo by off for a sec. And the note mapper is off, note sources on MIDI, that's right. Okay, let's just put these chords in and see if we can get something to work with there. Not sure about that. I got the wrong chords somehow. I played the wrong note maybe. I wonder if I simplify it, maybe it's even just yeah, that's better. Or maybe the problem is that Echo Boy needs to have its mix control automated, so it kind of comes up towards the end, because otherwise it's too messy. That's probably part of the problem, actually. But I actually want the feedback to carry on, because otherwise it's a bit empty, that section. Just gonna say, oh, just like that. It's like if we just flip this one to be here, just to mix it up a little bit again. No, it's a bit messy here. I think too many keys coming in. Okay, so let's see how we're getting on with this whole section. We need something to happen here. Too much goes out. Maybe it's this that's the problem, going out. And this needs something going on with it as well, this piano here. Sorry guys, give me a sec. Sorry about that, guys. Reminds me of the Chromeo track. Okay, let's see here. We still need that I miss you there. Definitely, that needs to be there. That's just a mix thing. I just need to work out because it all gets a bit hectic there. What I'd quite like to try is maybe having wherever that delay's coming in from. So like putting that back down there. In fact, I might just do that while I remember. And it could even go up and then come down. Something like this. All right, cool. So I'm quite happy with that in terms of introducing, I don't know why I keep on zooming like this, but introducing the contrast. So I'd say that I've done groovy to straight, breaks to half time, and probably a bit of nostalgic to uplifting. Broken to choppy, not really, because I think I need to try and like a pad, pull stretch pad, which I'm going to try, and also like a Juno kind of pad in this section as well to complement the more like choppy chords. And then that always, I feel like light blue feels quite like light and groovy, and dark blue feels more saturated and kind of legato. So I think that'll probably answer these two, and then I'll have a. You see, look, I've put in a. I always forget that I put in these ideas. Just yeah, so just try section with the kick drum. I've done that. More saturated and rich, not completely. Try stretching the beats. I've tried that. More of a minor progression. Yeah, I'd say I've tried that, even though it wasn't more of a minor progression. And an ESC pad, more saturated and rich. I haven't done that yet. So what I'm going to do is bounce this down. I'm going to bounce this section here. Not going to listen to it again until I work on it next time, which means I'm not going to bounce at that sample rate, that bit rate, and that means I'm going to keep complete perspective on it. So I'm not going to listen to it again until next time. So when I sit down and listen to it, it's going to be like really, really fresh. I miss you, bounce. That's it. Yeah, it's going to be like super fresh when I listen to it, and I'm just going to be able to go, this is cool, this is not cool, that's not working, that is working. Take it to the bottom of the list. So the next one is going to be this Children of the Ghetto idea. Yeah, so it just means that I keep complete perspective at all times, never go down rabbit holes, or that's the idea anyway. It still happens occasionally. But yeah, that's the kind of principle of working this way, is that you don't hammer a track constantly and lose all your perspective, because that's where you lose time, and you know, time is our most precious commodity that we have. Cool, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching that. I'll be back on tomorrow. What is it, Thursday today? I'll be back on tomorrow, so I'll be doing a similar session. Sorry, this is a bit repetitive, but I've started live streaming at the same time as I'm doing this Mike Monday course, so it is going to be repetitive because I'm kind of doing my Monday sessions and filming them, because that's what I'm doing as my music sessions. But hopefully next week, once I've got some more of this freelance work out of the way, I'll be able to jump back onto some of these tracks that are all at different stages. So I'll be doing more vocal production on this one with Andre. Also, yeah, just working on all these tracks and getting them all towards the finish line. But at the moment, I'm working on some ideas for these ones here. All right, guys, so I'm going to add this into my card down here. So as soon as I work on the track next time, I know that I can listen to it on my phone or on the computer. So I usually try and listen to it in the morning at home before I leave for the studio. On the day I'm going to work on it, because again, being out of the studio, I find helps perspective, and also stops you opening the project and working on stuff there and then. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in.